Hi, my name is Cold Beer, and let's start with... Nobody saves the world.
When an ancient calamity reawakens, who can save the world? And the answer is... nobody. That's you. You are nobody. Not in real life. In real life, you are an awesome, beautiful person. Never doubt that. Now, subscribe. So here you'll master the art of transformation to become a slug, ghost, dragon, a horse, or someone else. Like an egg, for example. Actually, here you'll find more than 15 distinct forms you can become of. You can mix and match abilities in unexpected ways to unlock and complete even more challenging quests. You can explore a vast overworld on your own or with a friend online. This game is not only beautifully drawn, but it's kinda crazy as well, just like your sister. Assassin's Creed Unity. Game is set in the city of Paris during one of its darkest hours. The French Revolution is in action. Here you will do all the usual Assassin's Creed stuff and take part in one of the most important moments of French history by participating in the events that shape the city of today. If the game's franchise would be naming its titles by numbers, this would be Assassin's Creed 8. So yeah, they have been baking these like cookies for almost 2 decades now. But keeping in mind that Assassin's Creed Unity is more than 10 years old, the graphics are quite impressive and the gameplay is enjoyable despite some minor control issues. The biggest issue whatsoever is that it requires the Ubisoft launcher, and if it is down, you can't play the game. Also, the co-op feature that is kinda famous here is plagued with connection bugs and errors. It's a nice game, but I have warned you for a reason. GreedFall Gold Edition. Here you'll have a complete freedom in character progression. Play as a male or female, customize your appearance and freely choose your abilities, spells and skills. But do not expect miracles, this is not a highest level RPG, although it looks like one. GreedFall was created in 3 years and its budget was about $5 million. For a AAA open world game like this, it's the bare minimum for it to be decent, so treat it more like a very expensive indie game instead. Somewhat similar budget had the Kingdom Come Deliverance team, and Skyrim's budget was about 100 million. For it you can literally create 20 games like GreedFall, so keep that in mind before you start comparing GreedFall with the giants of the genre. And this version, GreedFall Gold Edition, includes a DLC, so this is a better version of the game if you compare it with just the basic GreedFall. It is a decent game and, as I've said many times, I would give it about 7 cold beers out of 10. The Forest Quartet. This is a puzzle adventure about a gone but not forgotten lead singer. You will play as a spirit and travel around the inner worlds unique to the members of your band for a final concert. Face their emotions, solve puzzles and fight the corruption plaguing their souls. To be honest, this is a very odd concept. Why all of the band members, including you, are dead? Some terrorist attack? Car crash? Drugs? Pineapple in their potato salad? We will never know. Well, that is not true, I just never played the game. Maybe it will explain everything for you in the first 2 minutes. Anyway, more than 90% of reviews are positive, so if you like puzzles and calm, relaxing games in general, it seems like a great pick for you. SteamWorld Dig 2. Game takes you on a mining adventure forged in Metroidvania flames. When an old trading town is struck by mysterious earthquakes, it's up to you, a lone steambot, along with your unlikely companion, to uncover what trembling terrors lies beneath. And you know what you will uncover deep below?
Your fat mama snoring.
Oh come on, no, it's a secret and you will have to discover it by yourself. So you will dig your way underground and explore vivid worlds riddled with treasure, secrets and deadly traps. Fight dangerous enemies at every turn of the underworld, including shadowy creatures and the haunted remains of an ancient electrical threat. Well, this game is obviously story-rich, and that is awesome. Lost in Random. This is a gothic fairy tale inspired action adventure where every citizen's fate is determined by a roll of the dice. That may sound as a very random thing, and believe you me, it is, but around 90% of positive reviews are here for a reason. So you will step into a beautiful and haunted wonderland where you must venture through the 6 twisted realms of random, each with its own maddening set of rules. Help its unpredictable inhabitants, save your sister, well, or mine, I don't mind, and discover a twisted tale in the process. Basically, if you enjoy Tim Burton's creations, this game may be a real spoon of potato salad for you, because it definitely draws inspiration from Burton's works. The game has an interesting story with motivational moments you can relate to, nice humor but a bit clunky combat, and it's really short. Also, people on Steam are warning players that if you complete a chapter, you can't go back to it ever again, so if you are hunting for achievements, do it in the first try. 9 Parchments. This is a cooperative action RPG game of magical mayhem from the creators of the Trine series. Here, runaway apprentice wizards seize the opportunity to complete their spellbooks by going after the lost 9 parchments. Super powerful spells meant to be wielded by the most powerful mages. So as these newbies rapidly acquire powerful new spells without learning proper safety measures, it's natural that their hasty progress results in plenty of deadly accidents. 9 parchments combines real-time spell shooting action with usual RPG elements. Here you level up your character and collect magical loot, filling your wardrobe with zillions of wizard hats and powerful staves. People on Steam are saying that this is a super entertaining game to play with your friends. Doesn't matter imaginary or real ones. Although keep in mind that if you play with imaginary friends, you will need another pair of non-imaginary hands. Why must everything be so complicated? I don't get it. Stolen Realm. The game has a simultaneous team turn system implemented for faster combat and character scaling, meaning that no matter how many people will join you on your quest, the overall difficulty of the game will stay the same. Here, more than 240 skills in 8 distinct skill trees, 500 items and fun rewarding activities will keep you entertained. People are talking that the game is really enjoyable, but best if played in a group of 2 to 4 people. For example, I don't have this amount of friends, so I will skip it and keep my virginity strong with other games, but if you have a buddy or two, invite your both mothers-in-law and have fun together. And after that, of course, you can try this game. Besiege. This is a physics-based building game in which you construct medieval siege engines and lay waste to immense fortresses and peaceful villages. Build a machine which can crush windmills, wipe out battalions of brave soldiers and transport valuable resources, defending your creation against cannons, archers and everything else. Game looks beautiful, the art style is 10 cold beers out of 10. And the same is difficulty, at least at the beginning, because my machines did more harm to themselves than to their surroundings. Anyway, I promise you that after a bit of practice you will build your incredible mechanical potato of terror and destroy some peaceful castles. Cataclismo. If you like city defense games, you should watch my video named Best 10 Games Like They Are Billions, but you won't find Cataclismo there because of how fresh and new it is. So here you will lead the last survivors in the aftermath of the world-ending event, as a corrupted force seeks to destroy all that remains of humanity. You will build fortresses brick by brick, designing intricate and towering structures of wood and stone, and of course use them to fend off waves of horrors as they attempt to overwhelm your band of brave warriors. And the coolest thing about the game is of course its highly modular building system, which allows you to design your fortresses as you desire, one piece at a time. You can use blueprints you have designed in advance, or use creations of other players. That is really awesome. Imagine meeting someone at the party and realizing that this is the creator of your favorite god tower.
You saved me from monsters, mister, so many times. Thank you.
Also, the graphic style and visuals are really awesome. Artsy, I would even say. Game has around 90% positive reviews, so if you like tower defense games, there aren't many better options. You have all my recommendations. Trailmakers. Here you will build a car, plane or boat, or mash them all together as a transforming car plane boat and explore the world. You can play the campaign, learn the basics of building and try piloting various vehicles. Go to one of the sandbox maps and build a mechanical potato you always dreamed of owning in real life. The game offers a variety of weapons you can use to build the biggest, baddest vehicle and utilize it against your foes or even friends in epic skirmishes. From miniguns to rocket launchers, bombs and smart guns. Your preferred choice of mayhem is waiting for you here. People are saying that the game is super fun and a bit addictive. Some of the players have hundreds of hours of playtime on record, so be aware that this game may keep your virginity safe and sound for a long time. Paradise Killer. On Steam it has above 90% of positive reviews, so that should keep your attention. This game is set on an island outside of reality and revolves around a rogue human civilization hoping to resurrect the dead alien gods. That already sounds crazy, but the gameplay and the story somehow makes sense and is truly captivating. The game was nominated as the best adventure of the year by PC Gamer, got 9 out of 10 from IGN, and is a true gem for everyone hungry for amazing story-rich game. People are saying that this is one of these games which you would want to forget, and in a good sense. If the mind eraser was already invented, this would be one of the most popular things to erase from your memory so you could play it again. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. If you're used to old-school Assassin's Creed games, keep in mind that Odyssey isn't like the first titles, and among your enemies you will encounter various monsters and mythological beings from legends, like Medusa for example. The game really has some witchery vibes. Here you'll also have weapons with supernatural abilities like increased strength or the ability to instantly knock out an opponent's shield. So here you'll explore ancient Greece, from lush vibrant forests to volcanic islands and bustling cities, and start a journey in a world shaped by gods and men. Here decisions will impact how your Odyssey unfolds. You can play through multiple endings thanks to the dialogue system and the choices you make. Customize your gear, ship and special abilities to become a legendary assassin. People on Steam are praising smooth mechanics and great visuals, although the story is like your cousin, a bit dull and naive. In other waters. This is one of the coolest indie games I have stumbled on recently. Story begins when Ellery is called to the planet Gliese, only to arrive at an abandoned base. She finds herself adrift in an ocean of secrets with little more than a malfunctioning diving suit and a strange AI to guide her. And you play not as an Ellery, as you already assumed, but as this AI. How the turns have tabled, huh? So you have to guide Ellery and keep her safe as you dive deeper and explore an underwater alien landscape. The planet's unique life and its dark history are yours to uncover, and the bond between you and Ellery will be tested by the secrets you learn. People are talking that this game floats somewhere between an art project, a work of fiction, and an experiment in minimalist UI design. I absolutely agree, and I will add the fact that this game is awesome, and if you like stuff like that, you should definitely try it out. The Saboteur. A bit older game, but worthy of your attention without a doubt. The plot is set in an open-world Paris. You can climb the Eiffel Tower, snipe from Notre Dame Cathedral, and brawl on the Champs-Élysées as you sabotage your enemies. You will have to fight, climb, and prowl through the dark alleys, rooftops, burlesque houses, and seedy streets. Motivated by retribution and armed with tactics of sabotage, you will blow up zeppelins, derail trains, implode bridges, destroy armored tanks, and level enemy facilities in the name of vengeance in Nazi-occupied Europe. Here, being the Saboteur is all about attacking while staying unnoticed. You will get your mission intel at underground clubs and cabarets, eliminate your adversaries with stealth attacks, disguise, distractions and explosives. Also master a variety of weapons, automobiles and skills to sabotage enemy operations. It's a fantastic game, absolute cult classic and a must-play for every action fan. The Pale Beyond. You never wanted to lead this expedition, but here you are. Stuck on and in the ice, your captain is missing and you are stranded miles from civilization. Someone has to take charge, and that is you, unfortunately. Because, knowing you now, everyone is certainly doomed. You will have to manage your resources, balance safety and morale, make the hard calls and head in the only direction you can, through the Pale Beyond. Keeping your crew and your dogs safe, fed and warm during the expedition is mandatory. Surviving on the ice will matter little in the face of a mutiny. Every vote will count, so keep the crew, at least the majority of it, on your side. Or you will hang and someone else will take the lead, but that won't be your story anymore. This is a wonderful, story-rich game. I can recommend it for everyone who likes games like that without a doubt. Citizen Sleeper. This is a serious game for serious people, and it has above 90% of positive reviews, meaning that this is a great game no matter how you look at it. Citizen Sleeper is a narrative RPG which takes you on Erlen's Eye, a ruined space station that is home to thousands of people trying to survive on the edges of an interstellar capitalist society. You are a sleeper, a digitized human consciousness in an artificial body, owned by a corporation that wants you back. So literally, someone owns your ass and the rest of you. And amongst the unfamiliar and colorful inhabitants of the Eye, you need to build friendships, earn your keep, and navigate the factions of this strange metropolis if you hope to survive. Game is text-based, with multiple endings, beautiful drawings, and sci-fi cyberpunk atmosphere. It's like a great book where you can actually tell the hero what he must do. Dark Souls 3. The discounts on Dark Souls games are quite rare in general, so if you ever plan to play the game, there is no better time than now. So in the third part of Dark Souls, you will face 25 different bosses, including 8 optional ones. And if you are not a pro, you will die at least a few times during each boss battle, and on some of them it may take you from 20 to as much as 50 times. So it's not only a matter of your patience and iron nerves, but it's time consuming as well. Players are praising the game and saying that it is hard, but not as hard as real life. You can't beat your actual boss in real life and just casually move on. I know that you wish to do that, but don't. In prison you would meet even harder adversaries, so just play Dark Souls instead. It's easy if you actually think about it.
Wait, what?
Oh, shut up. Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. This is the Dragon Age game that is beloved the most, and this version of the game includes all 9 content packs and even Awakening expansion where you will become the commander of the Grey Wardens and embark on a new campaign. You fight new enemies, learn new spells, and fend off the advancing Darkspawn forces. People on Steam are talking that even if this game looks and feels a bit old, you can just download and install 100 mods or so and make it look new and shiny again. Well, I have some doubts about that new shininess, but in general, it's not that old and it's enjoyable nowadays. The main story will take about 40 hours to complete and the expansion will take additional 50 hours of your time. That is a great deal, no doubt. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 Deluxe Edition. This is a third-person shooter where you will be able to play not only as a plant, as usual, but as a zombie as well. Here you'll find around 100 different playable character variants. You will engage in up to 24 player online battles in different modes, and when I say that, I mean it. The game was released a few years ago, but there are around 1,000 players online on a good day, so the game is alive and kicking. Not like zombies in this game, they are for sure long dead, although they can kick, probably. Maybe. Anyway, there are also 4-player co-op and even solo options available. You won't find any campaign here, however you can play solo against AI in any game mode if you want. Game has 12 maps and around 90% positive reviews. What's not to like?